We are concerned with inflation, and we know that's a concern that's on a lot of folks' minds. And one of the major drivers of inflation is housing prices. And we know that that's something that makes life harder for people. So we've got a plan to tackle that. When the analysis was done around inflation, one of the primary drivers is the fact that the cost of owning a home keeps on going up and people's wages haven't. So it's getting harder and harder for people. We can fix this. There are solutions. There are ways for us to tackle the housing crisis, and we're committed to doing that. What I'm not committed to, or what I'm not going to allow to happen is if we don't invest in people, what we have seen anytime we come out of an economic crisis, if you are very wealthy, if you're a super rich, if you're the ultra rich, you do really fine. In fact, you do fine in the crisis, and then coming out of it, you do even better. That's what we've seen. The 44 wealthiest billionaires in Canada increased their wealth by $78 billion in the pandemic. But for a working class person, a middle class person, when you go through an economic crisis and there aren't supports in place, things get even worse. The struggles get harder. And if we don't invest in people, if we don't spend in our healthcare, don't make life more affordable, then they're the ones that are going to end up paying the price. And I can't accept that. And that's why I believe investing in people.
On inflation, first of all, let's recognize that our country and our world is bouncing back, coming roaring back in Canada's place from an extreme crisis of this pandemic that has caused a lot of disruption and, yes, is increasing prices. And we recognize that families are concerned about affordability. But that's exactly why our focus has been on being there to support families, because making sure that small businesses and families and workers and seniors are supported through this pandemic and into the future is the best way to ensure a strong economic recovery.
We have several policies in our recovery plan to get prices and bills down for Canadians. We're going to have more competition, to have more choice in wireless, to have lower internet and wireless bills. We're going to take on price fixing in some of the large players in grocery to have a downward pressure on bills. We're going to give a break for the GST in December that will give people a bit of a break after a tough 18 months and help bricks and mortar buildings as well. And we have a plan to get Mr. Trudeau's spending under control. He never wants to get it under control. Canadians deserve a government that's not going to put our future at risk, that's not going to add to the inflation problem. We're going to give Canadians a break, and we're going to get our budget back to balance in a period that's fair.